This is why I always say that Motorola needs to create a foldable cell phone. Because for flippable cell phones, Samsung's not really killing it right now. Now, these are numbers coming out of China, where Samsung Motorola sells a lot of their units. Obviously, both of these companies are international, so they're going to sell in America, they're going to sell in all European countries, they're going to sell in China, etc., right? But still, this kind of shows how amazing Motorola truly is. That even with the Z Flip 7 coming out, they are at 78% market share in China versus 22% from Samsung. Now, over the last 2 years ago, these were completely not even close. It was 90% Samsung and 10% Motorola. So, again, how much things can change in 2 years. But that's why if Motorola comes out with a foldable cell phone, if they flip this script and give us a foldable cell phone, I feel like they could really take over this market even more. I mean, they could absolutely dominate it. I'm not sure why they don't want to. I think it's just because maybe they're so successful with the flippable cell phone, they don't want to risk, taking the L and going with a foldable cell phone and not working out, which, again, it's never a guarantee. A lot of the reason why flippable cell phones are so successful is because of the cheapness. They're not much money, well, compared to other phones, obviously. I mean, there's still $1,000, which is still a lot of money, but Motorola does offer some cheaper alternatives. Now, Samsung has, done better with their cheaper FE model, Fan Edition model they came out with this year. But before this year, if you wanted a Samsung flippable phone, you had to spend an arm and a leg. You had to spend that good chunk of whatever amount of money, $1,000, which is, like I said before, what did I say? Arm and a leg? Yeah, it's an arm and a leg. So now it's a little bit less with their Fan Edition, but Motorola has always been, doing a great job with their, they have the Ultra model, then they have their kind of more budgety model, which is a way less expensive. It gets a lot more people interested in flippable cell phones at a better price tag so that they can actually afford it, which, again, I've been saying forever, for foldable cell phones, if a company can come out with a foldable cell phone that is cheaper, they can make a lot of headroom, a lot of success, and they can get a lot of buzz. But the problem is how expensive it is to go ahead and make these foldable cell phones. There's just no way for a company to come out and make it as cheap as possible. Right now, I would say for a foldable cell phone, you're looking at a price tag for an average consumer, if they wanted to buy one, $1,300, $1,400. That would be the perfect price tag for the average consumer if they wanted to buy a foldable cell phone. Once you get into a $2,000 range, it's just not possible. I mean, for the average consumer, that's ridiculous. That's literally the price tag of a used car. You can't do that. But, again, we'll have to wait and see. Motorola, if they did come out with two foldable cell phones, one that was more expensive, one that was kind of more budgety, cheap version, they would absolutely dominate. They would dominate this market from here to Texas. It would be GG, man. But I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon, sadly. So, for right now, Samsung, you got to step up your game. But there really isn't much more. I said this before about Samsung when it comes to their flippable lineup. The Z Flip has met its match. I don't think you can make the Z Flip any better. And I know there's always this idea oh, well, you got to do this, got to do that. But, there's really nothing else. You can't make the Z Flip any skinnier, any, thinner. If you make it any bigger than it is, then it defeats the purpose of being a small phone you could put in your pocket. There's not much more you can upgrade. And I think Samsung's kind of running into that, and that's why they went with a Fan Edition model, was because they kind of realized you're kind of at the point now where there's not much more you can improve. But tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.